Have you been crying, my lady?
Several times today.
Why so?
I rather bottled up all the emotions I've been feeling. Everything that's happened. I let them out in battle last night, but not all of them got to be free. Plus my time in that cage. My eyes to a few things.
And what did it open your eyes to?
Think how to verbalize it. Chaos was very tempting.
What did they offer you?
Yeah, they offered me the throne at one point. I had no interest in that. That to the power-hungry fools that see nothing other than what's right in front of their nose. They kept talking about how no one was going to come for me and nobody cared. I knew that wasn't true. I knew it was bullshit, but even so, a few hours in there, you do start to question. And then they brought the fake you in. Tortured him. I knew it wasn't you. I was 99.9% certain it wasn't you. There was always that slight doubt. And that
What
did
if it
almost...
had been me?
Don't know.
It had been me.
Wanted to
I would
save you.
forgive you for letting me get killed. You would have made the right choice.
I know. I would have had to live with that choice, would I not?
But you have known that it was the right choice. You cannot give in to the enemy. You cannot let them win.
I understand that. All the
There are very
lies
few
and
moments of
deception
joy in the world, Maru.
too. Something I've come to realize. Not truly happy.
I do what I do to make sure that people have moments of joy, even if just briefly.
And can need to fight for those that cannot. What when the battles end? What then?
Yes, Commander.
Get used to you doing as you're told.
And I would gladly follow every word.
Oh, I'm sure there'd be some things you wouldn't want to follow.
Like?
Say I thought of one, I just said I thought it might be some that you wouldn't follow. If I asked you to kill an innocent person, I would fully expect you to tell me no.
Or I'd have to discipline you.
Oh, would you now? Be interesting seeing you try. Must be feeling a little better. You're joking again.
Yes, I do feel the pain lessen a bit. It still hurts, though, a lot.
I imagine it will for a while. I'm going to need Lady Odalina's skill for the rest of this, I think.
Yes, that is possible.
No.
I'll see her when I return to Bastion.
Certainty. That's another order. I will also ask her to ignore any of your requests. See to other people first.
Very well, Lady Maroon. I will follow your orders. And I will not argue or question them any further.
Finally. I did say you were almost as stubborn as me, did I not? Need something to drink.
I do feel a bit parched, my lady.
Slowly. Going to choke.
Thank you, my lady.
Quite welcome.
You're not what I quite imagined when I first met you, Lady Maroon.
Am I not?
No.
How so?
I figured you for another one of the typical lady nobles of lands like mine. But I see I was mistaken.
Well, having never met any of the noble ladies from your lands, I'm unsure whether I should feel insulted or not.
Well, most of them, they're not bad girls in any sense. It's just that they all vie to marry more powerful families. It's all about politics in my country.
Mine too. Usually by arrangement, without consulting either party involved.
Yes, that happens as well. And if your family is not important, well,
I was on my way to such an arrangement when I found myself in these lands.
I, for one, am fortunate that you came here. And especially didn't get married.
How one can be expected to marry someone they've never met.
I never imagined myself ever getting into the position of being, or having a wedding, so to speak.
You spend most of your life alone, don't you?
Chose to serve my lady and do my duty.
Duty is important. Let's just hope they allow you to rest a little, sending you off to do something else.
There is still much to be done.
Isn't there always?
The enemy never rests, nor can we.
A little relaxation like this every now and again doesn't hurt, though, does it? You can be truly relaxed for that wound.
Of late, it's not often that I have been out of my armor.
Yes, I've never seen you without it.
Well, a knight must have some sort of standards and be ready for battle at any time.
Is that your way of telling me I'm wearing inappropriate clothing again?
Oh no, my lady, not at all. What you are wearing is very fine. You look marvelous and beautiful.
You. Not so easy to fight in, though.
I'm sure you would make it work.
Didn't you tell me off just earlier today for not wearing appropriate clothing for firing a trebuchet?
I have told you I would not question you again. And that was before I made that vow.
Well, like I said, it was rather an act of defiance. I was wearing the exact same outfit. Exactly the same, because of course it was a replica, but you know what I mean. When I entered that fortress, stripped me of it. Found a duplicate this morning, put it on and headed to the fortress even before you were awake, I think. Stood there looking at it, sat on the back of the wolf looking at it. I was really too weak to be running all that distance. No one to see, of course. They were either dead or, as we now know, fled, but even so, it made me feel a little better. And then I went to visit with Sir Malachi to make sure he knew that we'd avenged him. Really.
Yes, really.
Should get easier over the next little while, but I'm going to need to see somebody more skilled than I.
Yes. I would just bite my tongue and grimace it for a while.
I'll do no such thing.
Well, I have to.
Not here with me, you don't.
And what will you do, my lady?
I'll tend to it again if needed. Distract you if it hurts too much.
Now how are you going to distract me?
Little thing we call conversation. I mean, I could dance too, but I'm rather danced out.
You need to rest just as much as I do.
Well, it's not my physical being that needs to rest. Mental. Well, on every reserve I had. Stay sane in that place.
I wish I could help you.
You are. Gave me peace from the incessant chatter of 16 or 17 people knocking on my door constantly.
Well, we've hardly been quiet, except for my unconscious state.
Yes, but I can hear what you're saying and hear myself think to reply. Everybody talking over each other all the time. 4 different conversations going on in the same room.
Yes, it can be a bit like that sometimes.
Even in my bedchamber I get no peace. I can either hear them sparring on the roof or chattering downstairs in the hall. Echoes, rather. No point trying to translate anything with that noise going on either. That's why I left the house before anybody was awake this morning.
Sometimes it's good to quieten the mind.
Yes, it's important.
It's one of the reasons why I enjoy when I go out on a ride with Grin. He knows that he doesn't need to speak, but we have an understanding. And I listen to the sounds around me. No voices. The sounds of birds in the trees singing in the morning. Butterflies fluttering around in the bushes of flowers. The buzzing of bees. The trickle of water of streams in the woods.
Never get lonely.
I don't think about it.
Why not?
Because I live to do my duty.
Sounds like it would be ideal for a while. Never get bored.
There are many enemies to fight. I never get bored, my lady.
Make it sound like the perfect life.
There is no joy in the sense of what we do. I take joy and pleasure that I do my duty, yes. The brutalness of it all. The killing, the bloodshed, the aftermath. It's all fun and games doing battles and killing the enemy. But then it's picking up the pieces. Those who lost their lives. Families and loved ones who need to be notified. The reparation and rebuilding of homes and towns and cities. The suffering that comes with all of this.
It's a heavy burden to shoulder alone.
Each knight has his own burden. Mine is no different. I wouldn't want anyone to have to go through what I go through. For me, it saddens me a great deal. Every loss of life of my soldiers. I mourn every single one.
You should. That's what makes us different from chaos. Yeah, when we lose people. Just wait for more to arrive.
Yes. That is what separates us from the heretics. They do not care. Although they may fight to the death for their blood god, we fight for the death for things like love.